Once upon a time, there was a wedding industry that sucked big hairy balls. The wedding industry had great big dreams of becoming even bigger than the big hairy balls it sucked, like a multinational corporation or media conglomerate. One day, as it sat there, big and hairy and sucking and ballsy, it wondered, how can we make the most money possible using the products we have? Simple. Emotional branding. The textbook definition of emotional branding is advertising that appeals to consumers' social or psychological needs, including love, belonging, security, self-esteem, and status. According to various marketing reports from both the US and the UK, ads that use emotional branding as a technique tend to outperform all other campaigns in all other fields, in everything from profit to sales to brand loyalty. So why does emotional branding work for weddings? Think of all the emotions associated with a wedding. The love, the commitment, the tears of joy. Excuse me. So it should come as no surprise that fairy tales are quickly becoming the got milk of the wedding ad industry. Look at these ads. A Princess Bride Couture bridal salon. The fairy tale starts here, and they lived happily ever after. Your happily ever after can begin right now. Happily ever after begins on the Currituck Outer Banks. Is that right, Currituck? Happily Ever After begins in paradise. Happily Ever After begins here, where happy endings begin. Happily Ever After styles for everyone at prices you'll love. Happily Ever After starts here. We'll make your wedding the fairy tale you've always dreamed of. Queen for a day. Fairy tale, your happily ever after deserves the plaza. All of them play on the idea that the wedding is the happy ending. So what do you think that makes the bride? The princess? And what is a princess? A beautiful girl treated like royalty, often spoiled, always pampered, never left wanting anything, who should be worshipped like she's the center of the universe. And what happens when you convince a bride that she's the center of the universe and then go and stress her the f*** out? You get Bridezilla. Emotional branding works because it taps into an immediate feeling rather than a long-term need. Instant gratification! How many times have you been in the store and you saw something you just had to have, even though it wasn't originally on your list? Impulse buys? You think it's a coincidence that candy and all those Disney princess toys are parked right at a 3-year-old's eye level? Emotions address wants rather than needs. I want. Gimme. Emotions instill a belief in the success of a brand or a product via a gut feeling, right? The gut feeling then becomes a belief, which then justifies your initial impulse. And who is more likely to get all weepy over their wedding day? The bride or the groom?
The bride. The groom's the rational, practical one. We just gotta convince her that she's a princess and deserves only the best. Quick! Bust out the once upon a times and happily ever afters!
But what about the groom? How do we get him out of the picture so that she can spend even more money?
Tell the groom that weddings and wedding planning is a woman's thing, and then he'll leave her alone.
But $1 million industry still isn't big enough. How do we get the bride to spend even more money?
Her parents, of course. We just gotta convince them that she's a princess and deserves only the very best. We'll work on Mom by reinforcing the idea that it's her big day too. And we'll remind Dad that he doesn't want to look like a big cheapskate. And we'll remind them both that this only happens once in a lifetime.
Yes.